Hello, anyone not still living in the 1970s. We interrupt your day to bring you this announcement. Husker Ninja is in the building. Alright, guys, we are here today with episode number 22 of the Northern Iowa Panthers Dynasty here on NCAA 14. Today we got a Week 4 matchup between the Northern Iowa Panthers and the Louisiana Monroe Warhawks. UL Monroe was one of the 3 teams to defeat Northern Iowa last year as part of the 3-game losing streak during the middle of the season, in which the red zone offense was absolutely atrocious. We'll see if the Panthers can get some revenge here today at home at the UNI Dome. And hello everyone, welcome to the UNI Dome here in Cedar Falls, Iowa. We got a Week 4 matchup between the Northern Iowa Panthers and the Louisiana Monroe Warhawks. I'm Husker Ninja, bringing you all the action all season long here on the Horn Sports Network. As Northern Iowa wins the toss and they will elect to defer, Louisiana Monroe gets the ball to start the game. They're facing 3rd and 10 here 6 seconds into the game. Fitzwater back to pass, throws underneath. That's going to be knocked away by Chris Sears, incomplete. And it's a 3-and-out for this Northern Iowa defense on their first drive of the game. The ensuing Northern Iowa drive, it's a 2nd and 4. Bailey throws underneath. That's caught by Taylor Otterstader. And Otterstader's got a gain of 14. First down, Northern Iowa. They're in the drive now. Next play, they'll give it to Charles. And Andrew Charles, a true freshman, going to rumble ahead for a gain of 6. He is in his 2nd game as a starter after outperforming the senior Tyvis Smith so far to this point in the season. Obviously, it's a two-back system, and whoever ends up playing well, they're going to get the start. So nothing set in stone, but on 3rd and inches, Andrew Charles going to rumble up the middle for a gain of 2. He's got 5 carries, 18 yards. They end their drive 2nd and goal, 2:55 to go, opening quarter. Northern Iowa is knocking on the door. Bailey will keep it himself, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Northern Iowa, and they strike first. 2:52 to go, opening quarter, and the Panthers have opened up a 7-0 lead. The ensuing Louisiana Monroe drive, it's a 2nd and 3. Fitzwater going to be blown up in the backfield by Roland Cooper, the outside linebacker there to make the stop in the backfield, and that play never really had a chance. It was doomed from the start. Brings up a 3rd down and 6. Coming up on 2 minutes to go, opening quarter. Louisiana Monroe trying to answer. Fitzwater's going to have to throw that one away, incomplete. And it's another 3-and-out here for this Northern Iowa defense. The ensuing drive, 3rd and 1, they'll give to Smith. Tyvis Smith checks into the game, picks up 5 yards on 3rd and 1. First down, Northern Iowa. As that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 1 quarter gone, 3 to go here in Cedar Falls, and the Panthers have a 7-0 lead. We'll see if they can add on to it when we come back. It's a 3rd and 5 here, early 2nd quarter now for Northern Iowa. They've got it at about the 45 of Louisiana Monroe. Bailey back to pass. That's going to be caught by Charles. He's going to break a tackle. He's going to break another one. And Andrew Charles is going to get the first down on a gain of 8. That play looked like it was going to be stopped in the backfield for a minimal gain, if any. And just take a look right here. He's going to make the catch. He's going to shed that initial tackle right there. Just throws a man off of him. Sort of gets turned around, keeps going straight, sheds off another tackle, and picks up the first down. That's a nice play there by Charles, the true freshman. They'll give it to him on 2nd and 6. And this time he comes through with a gain of 11. 7 carries, 33 yards today for the true freshman. It's a 1st down and 10 here for Northern Iowa. Bailey throws underneath, caught by Hood. And Joel Hood again at 13 yards. Nice pitch and catch right there for the true freshman. He's got 2 grabs for 18 yards already today. Now it's 3rd and goal. Bailey throws underneath, one-handed grab. Joel Hood with the one-handed grab, and that's a Northern Iowa touchdown. Bailey's 5 of 6, 45 yards, and a score. He's also got another touchdown on the ground. And it's 14-0 Northern Iowa pending the extra point. But take a look at this. He's coming free over the middle, just reaches it out with one arm and just makes a one-handed snag. Nice play by the true freshman receiver. And it's a 14-0 Northern Iowa lead. Fitzwater looking to try and get something going. That's going to be picked off. Willie Beeman with the interception on 3rd and 10. And that's 3 drives and nothing doing for Louisiana Monroe. In fact, that'll help set up Northern Iowa in good field position. Starting at the 41 later in the drive, now it's a 3rd and 8 from the 39 of the Warhawks. Bailey throws underneath. That's going to be picked off. He was looking for Hood again, and this time Pipkins, the Warhawk defender, was there to make the play. And so the Willie Beeman interception leads to no points as Aaron Bailey throws an interception of his own. And it's still 14-0 Northern Iowa as in the ensuing Warhawk drive. They're facing the 3rd and 5. Kalen Watson blown up right at the line of scrimmage. And as we take a look before this next drive, take a look at this teamwork between Smith, Bailey, and Hood. There's a very balanced offensive attack, and they got a 14-0 lead. Looking to add on here before the end of the first half. They'll give to Charles. He's got 6 and a first down. 10 carries, 45 yards for the true freshman. Then they drive 4th and 4. They're going to set up a Hail Mary to the end zone. It's going to be knocked away, incomplete. And we'll head into the locker room. Northern Iowa 14, Louisiana Monroe 0. And you know what? Up 2 scores at halftime. You can never complain about that. A great first half by the defense. The offense sort of fizzled out there toward the end of that first half. We'll see if they can get things back on track here on the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Smith going to be blown up in the backfield for a loss of 4. It'll set up 3rd and 9. And that play was doomed really before it even got started. 3rd and 9 now for Northern Iowa. Trying not to go 3 and out on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but that's exactly what they're going to do, as that was nearly intercepted. Bailey extremely lucky it wasn't, as Louisiana Monroe would have been in business. Instead, they punt, and on 3rd and 7, Alec Osborne again at 27 to move the chains. And Louisiana Monroe finally converts a 3rd down here. Took them until their first drive of the 3rd quarter to do it. With 5:44 to go here in this 3rd quarter, Louisiana Monroe looking like they got a chance to cut this to a 1-score game. But there comes Eric Hicks, the true freshman cornerback, comes up to make the play. They set him on a blitz, and he's going to sack the quarterback for a loss of 7. Sets up a 3rd down and 17. Fitzwater back to pass. Just gets rid of it. Beeman nearly had a 2nd interception. It's still incomplete, and that'll set up 4th and 17, and Louisiana Monroe just punts it away. On 2nd and 2, Tyvis Smith gets a carry, and he's blown up in the backfield. He's going nowhere. Braxton Moore there to make the play for the Warhawks. 3rd and 6, the pass rifled over the middle to Joel Hood, and Hood's got 8 yards and a first down for Northern Iowa. 4 catches, 31 yards, and the score today for Hood. The true freshman having himself a nice game. They'll go back to him on first down, and that's another 10-yard reception. Move those chains for the Northern Iowa Panthers. 5 catches, 41 yards, and the score for Joel Hood, the true freshman. And he's really having himself a nice game here today. First down, they'll give to Charles, and Andrew Charles drags defenders with him for a gain of 10. That's another Northern Iowa first down. 13 carries, 59 yards so far for the true freshman. And they'll go to the air, and that's going to be picked off. The 2nd interception of the day for Aaron Bailey. He wanted his man there short, but underthrew it, and that was a nice defensive play there to come up with the INT. And so Louisiana Monroe looking to capitalize off the turnover. He's going to be blown up in the backfield there, though. Sets up 2nd and 12 after a 2-yard loss. Minute 54 to go here, 3rd quarter. Northern Iowa clinging to a 14-0 lead right now. This offense has stalled out since about the midway point of the 2nd quarter. And on 3rd and long, that's going to be caught by Jalen Hawley. He's got the first down. He broke 1 tackle and was able to turn up field and get the first. And so now they got it 2nd and 7 at the 36 of the Panthers. They'll give to Watson. Watson's got the edge. He's got a first down on a gain of 8. Kalen Watson, 6 carries, 14 yards, only averaging 2.3 yards a carry. But he gets the first down there on 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to him on the next play, and he's got 10 more. First down, Warhawks. They're on the move here, looking to cut this to a one-score game here before the end of the third quarter, maybe. Now they go play action, throws underneath, got a man, it's Osborne. And Alec Osborne's going to get 16 yards before being knocked out of bounds at about the 1. It'll be 1st and goal, Louisiana Monroe. We will see if this Northern Iowa defense can come up with a stop. Here we go, 1st and goal. They'll give to Wilson, and Drew Wilson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Monroe, and the Warhawks have cut it to a one-score game. They capitalize off Aaron Bailey's 2nd interception. And as we've reached the end of the third quarter, Northern Iowa has a 14-7 lead over Louisiana Monroe. We'll see if Northern Iowa can finish this one out here in the fourth quarter when we come back. It's a 3rd and 2 here, early fourth quarter. They'll give to Charles right up the middle. Andrew Charles, gain of 11 on 3rd and 2, first down, Northern Iowa. 15 carries, 77 yards today for Charles. And later in the drive, now facing 3rd and 4, Bailey back to pass. They'll go to the screen. And Charles going to be blown up in the backfield, loss of 1. And the Warhawk defense was ready for that one. Bailey 10 of 16. He's got a touchdown, 2 interceptions. He's also got a touchdown on the ground. But on 4th and 6, head coach Monroe says, let's roll the dice and go for it. They go to Joel Hood, and the true freshman is there with the big-time grab. Gain of 9, sets up a first down. And you know what? You're going to your playmakers here to move the sticks on 4th and long, and the true freshman comes up big for him there. 2nd down, they'll give to Charles up the middle for a gain of 9, and that'll put the freshman over 100 yards for the 3rd straight game. Right there, that pass is rifled in there to Hood. 17-yard reception there for the freshman. He's got 7 catches, 67 yards, and a score today. And that throw was a dart rifled in there to his target. Nice throw there by Aaron Bailey. It sets up 1st and goal later on. Now 3rd and goal. They'll go to Hood again. That's 5 yards and a touchdown. Joel Hood, his 2nd receiving score of the day. The true freshman is having himself one heck of a game. And with 3:17 left, that might be enough to put this game out of reach as they go up 14 pending the extra point. The extra point is good. Ensuing drive, first down, Fitzwater rolling out, wants to get rid of it. He's not going to. He's going to be sacked. Michael Johnson, the true freshman. And just look at him right there. He was knocked down, put on the spin, got knocked down, got back up, and still made the sack. Heads up play there by the true freshman. It's a loss of 2. And later on, now it's a 3rd and 5 here. 2:25 to go here in the game. Fitzwater rolling out. He's going to be hit, and down he goes. Jay Nelson, the outside linebacker, coming up with a sack. And he just came free and dragged the quarterback down. He was a free rusher, and he was there to drag the quarterback down. Louisiana Monroe has to punt. 3rd and 7, they'll fire that one there to Adam Mitchell. And the other true freshman starting wide receiver with the first down grab that will put this game out of reach. The final score, Northern Iowa 21, Louisiana Monroe 7. The offense struggled after starting well. They fizzled out from about the midway point of the second quarter until really halfway through the fourth when they got the last touchdown to put the game out of reach. As we take a look at the team stats here, Northern Iowa had 330 yards of offense. Their defense held the Warhawks to under 100. And they dominated the time of possession as well. Bailey finishes with 116.6 QB rating, 14 of 22, 108 yards, 2 scores, 2 interceptions, and he completed 63% of his passes. Andrew Charles, a true freshman running back, 24 carries, 106 yards. That's 4.4 yards a carry. Smith chipped in 13 for 45 for a 3.4 yards per carry average. And Bailey had 3 carries, 8 yards, and a score. So all in all, the rushing game was pretty good, and Andrew Charles appears to be continuing to solidify himself as the lead back here in this 2-back system that they have decided to run after he came on strong in the 4th quarter of the season opener. Receiving wise, Hood had 8 catches, 72 yards, 2 scores. Charles had 3 catches, 8 yards. Mitchell had 2 for 14. And Otterstader had that 1 grab for 14 yards in the 1st quarter. Mitchell also had 2 drops. So, a little bit of true freshman growing pains right there, I suppose. Defensively, the Panthers were almost never on the field. So you had Cooper and Madsen had 3 tackles to lead the team. You had Strickland, Sears, and Michael Johnson with 2. Cooper led with 2 tackles for loss. Schultz, Nelson, Hicks, Strickland, Johnson, and Madsen all had 1. Michael Johnson, Madsen, and Eric Hicks had sacks. So did Jay Nelson. And Beeman had the lone turnover of the day for the defense. Well, if you're only giving up 97 yards and on the field for fewer than 10 minutes of game time, you gotta be doing something right. You're just not going to see very many individual stats or individual rewards, but a very solid defensive outing as a team. Northern Iowa gets the win 21-7, and we'll send it out to our studios for the post-game wrap-up. Alright, Northern Iowa had a bye week in week number 5, and so you are seeing the week 6 top 25. And we'll get to recruiting after this, but Michigan State and Nebraska are 1 and 2. Arizona, Bama, Oregon, Arizona State, North Carolina, Ole Miss, West Virginia, Nebraska City round out the top 10. Looking for any surprises here? There's not really any to be seen. I guess Mississippi State at number 25 could be considered a surprise. They got Michigan State next week. Dropping out, you had Notre Dame, Florida, and Stanford. But look at this. Northern Iowa is receiving 28 votes in this week's polls, which is really surprising considering they've struggled against inferior opponents for the last 3 weeks. They haven't really been dominant. I would not have them ranked. But they're receiving votes. They received 28, so I guess if they keep winning, they're going to be like, we don't care how you win as long as you win. But taking a look at recruiting, not much of note there at the top. You can see a couple of athletes in the defensive tackle along with the corner that have been found here early on in the season as well. Because you'll find out there were a couple of commitments, and so head coach Mario Means had some points to spend. Just looking at scouting for Deontay Shelton, an athlete out of Broken Bow, Oklahoma. Or, wait, no, not Broken Bow. I think that was Broken Arrow. My bad. He's a 4-star athlete. Looks like he would be a quarterback. They're going to offer him a scholarship. Dump the maximum number of points into him. And they're trying to decide between Marcus Johnson and Darius Hayden which one they would rather have. They're going to dump 700 on both. Offer both of them scholarships. And then you got Ronald Jenkins, the cornerback, rounding out the list of targets right now. But you can see right there they got a commitment from Tommy Douglas, the quarterback. And they've got a couple other as well. They got Sean High, a tackle. Just looking underneath there, we'll probably show you, sort of their scouting. Or actually we won't, just kidding. Well, yeah, a nice start to recruiting so far. Even better, Northern Iowa's 4-0 going into week number 6. That'll do it for me, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great day, everybody.